Jim works at the cemetery that is right down the street from where he lives. He really gets into his job because as foreman, there is no one to tell him what to do, and he likes the freedom. He also enjoys the fact that he can walk to work whenever he decides to. There is a break in the rain as Sandy gets out of her car and walks over to where Jim is working. Because of the noise the backhoe is making, Jim does not hear Sandy walking up to him and bitching all the way over to the grave. So Jim is a bit startled to see her and is wondering why she is there. As you may have guessed, Sandy is Jim's girlfriend that he intends on dumping. Jim sees her but keeps on digging the hole. Well, Sandy becomes more and more irritated with Jim, but he does not care because he is almost done digging. She is not supposed to be there, so he plans on ignoring her till he finishes doing what he is doing. Sandy does not watch what she is doing and walks right over to the edge of the hole, and the ground gives way. Then she falls, right as Jim shuts off the engine. Jim hears a scream, then nothing. He is expecting to hear her bitching to get her out of there, but there is silence. "Crap! Are you okay?" he yells as he is climbing off the backhoe to see if she is all right. He hears nothing as he walks over to the edge of the hole to see if he can help her out. When he looks into the grave, Sandy is lying face down in the mud and not moving. "Son of a bitch! I hope she ain't dead." Jim walks over to the pickup to grab the ladder, but then he stops and has another thought. Dude climbs into the truck and then lights a cigarette. "I think I will just give it a bit of time to see if she wakes up or not," he is thinking to himself. His mind also begins to race as he ponders on how he could get away with just leaving her there. "I will give it about a half hour," he says to himself out loud. Then he finishes his smoke and makes a phone call. He is thinking he might just have a plan and smiles. "Hey, Mike." "Yeah, bud, what's up?" "I am at work and there is this car here. Can you come pick it up and chop it up, no questions asked?" "I can do that. I will send someone over with a flatbed now if you want." "Now is cool." Then they hang up. Mike owns a junkyard and is always looking for a way to make free money. So he sends someone over to the cemetery ASAP and instructs the driver to take the license plate off the car before they bring it back to the yard. He does this so that any street cameras do not catch the plate number on the back. Jim gets out of the truck and walks over to the grave with the ladder in hand, then lowers it down to the hole so he can try and wake Sandy up. He does not want to bury Sandy alive. As he climbs down, he notices that there is no sound and no movement. Then he rolls her over and feels for her pulse while he tells her to wake up. She is dead. She broke her neck in the fall. Jim is thinking to himself that he does not want to be asked any questions about how she died, so he whispers to himself, "Well, I guess I'm really going to do this. When opportunity knocks, might as well take it." Then he climbs back out of the hole. Jim moves the backhoe over to the vault. He hooks the chains up to it and lifts it up over top of the hole. He begins to think to himself that there is still time to back out of this. Then he says, "Fuck it," and he lowers the vault into the grave and on top of Sandy. While the vault slowly lowers into the ground, Sandy wakes up. It would seem that Jim is an idiot when it comes to telling whether or not someone is really dead or not. While the vault comes closer and closer to her, she raises her arms in an attempt to stop it from being sat on top of her. The woman screams her bloody head off as loud as she can, but to no avail. Her last words are, "Oh, fuck," as the 2,000-pound burial vault rests on top of her and meets its final resting spot. Jim is totally unaware of this as it is taking place. He will never know that he just buried someone alive. You have just listened to a sample of When Opportunity Knocks, copyright 2025, by Paul Eisen and narrated by Paul Eisen. If you enjoyed my work, then please feel free to check out the rest of my stuff. You can get it on Amazon, Spotify, or wherever you want to go look online, or offline for that matter.